Hey everybody, so this week I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have any good ideas for videos, and to be honest, I was just kind of like thinking all day about it, and I was like, what do I really want to do? I do know that I really want to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna be eating for this video. It's not gonna be a mukbang though, because I don't want to do that just yet. But I was thinking of things I could do where I could eat in the video and make a video at the same time. And I was thinking, like, why don't I give you guys some really good date tips, like first date tips, because I'm really good at giving advice. I love giving advice. Let's just pretend that we're on a date right now and I'm coaching you through how to get through this. So let's just say you've already courted this person. You're a little bit nervous but excited because, you know, it's the first date. You don't know what to expect. Get into the restaurant and you're sitting down. They've given you some really good table bread and you're just munching on the table bread, talking to your person, but you don't really know what to say. So I assume you've never really gotten to know this person.
Let's just assume
that you haven't asked any of the basic ones first. You want to ask them their name, where they're from, how old they are, and you want to ask them where did they grow up? Where's home for them? Because where they're from is home, is asking that. But just ask it again. Definitely ask those like easy questions first because you want to get the conversation flowing. But whatever they say as an answer,
don't respond.
This is listening 101, guys. You just want to hear from them. So they're gonna be saying like,
I'm, this age and like all these things. Like, so what about you?
And you go, keep eye contact with them. You don't say anything. You're there to get to know that person, to find out if that person is the right person for you. You already know everything that you need to know about yourself. This is about figuring out what they're about, where their head is at. Think of it like
an interrogation room.
You want this to be a one-sided thing. Your goal is to find out who they really are. That's what you're gonna be doing when, there's table bread, maybe there's chips and salsa, who knows? Whatever they're giving you when you first come out, unless it's like super fancy restaurant,
They don't do that.
Whatever. You guys know the best places give you food before you order food.
Guarantee.
So after you've asked those questions, you guys are probably gonna be looking at your menus, looking for things to order. This is very important. You want to ask them what they're thinking about on the menu to kind of figure out
where are their taste buds at?
Figure out what they like to eat, what they don't like to eat, what they're allergic to, because you always want to know what your opponent's weakness is. While you're asking them questions about what food they like or don't like, you need to take the approach of, I already know this about you, which sounds really weird, but trust me on this. Say stuff that's like very assured, in control, very knowledgeable, to come off as the more dominant person. Act a little cocky with it, but a little flirty with it, because you don't want them to know that this is an interrogation. You want them to think that, they're just like having fun, they're just playing around, like this is so cool, you know what I mean? It's not, because you shouldn't mess around with matters of the heart. That's what I always say. And that's what I will continue to say.
Forever.
If it isn't working, let's say that you're with a really crazy masculine man. A CMM.
Get stupid, get crazy, get fucking dumb.
If you're with a CMM, instead of assuming a more obvious dominant role, you have to kind of play stupid. Play the dumb card so they underestimate you. You have to be like, I'm so fucking stupid. I don't even know what you're gonna order yet. God, I'm such an idiot, you know what I mean? They're thinking, she's stupid. Of course she's not taking all of this information about me, trying to figure out if I'm suspect or anything like that. No, they're just an idiot that I'm on a date with, and they are harmless. I assume that the waiter is probably gonna come and and ask you guys what you want. You order, and then the second they leave, you start rapid fire questioning, okay? You guys have to just keep asking questions, so much so where they don't even have time to think. You're gonna be asking them the hard because you need to get under the skin of this person. You need to wear it and pretend you're them to really get to know who they are. So in order to do this metaphorically, obviously, you need to start asking them really close personal questions about themselves. What I would do is I would start by saying, like, who do you think you are? What's your identity? What's your biggest fear in life? What's your biggest regret? Have you ever cheated on someone? Have you ever killed someone? Are you wanted for murder? Who is a close personal family member who has died recently in your life? What's your social security number? What's your date of birth? What's your biggest secret? How much money do you have? How much money would you be willing to spend on me over the course of a lifetime? Where are you hiding the money? So you say all of these things super fast so they don't even get a chance to think. It's like boom, boom, boom. They don't know what hit them, but they're answering, trying to answer as quickly as possible. You are just soaking up all this information, and before you know it, your food's here. So if you find that they're kind of freaking out a little bit, which, maybe they would be because this is, kind of overwhelming. It's first date and you're asking so many questions. Like, let's just assume that they're overwhelmed. Change the topic a little bit and be like, hey, let's just play like a fun game to get to know each other. I made up this game just now called Love Hate. So you're gonna play this game with them. And you're gonna say the one thing in the world that you love the most and the one thing in the world that you hate the most. You're gonna let them go first.
Obviously.
You're gonna figure out why they love that thing and then just keep it in the back of your mind. Do not forget it. This is their weakness. Instead of answering the questions, you say, hey, I actually have to go and use the restroom. You go to the bathroom and you wait for your date to finish their meal alone. You don't want to finish the meal with them because they're just going to be asking you questions. So you need to give it some time, give it some space so they forget about it. Little did they know that you brought all of your food right with you in your pocket. And this is something that you're gonna be doing as they're answering the question about what they love and what they hate. You're just gonna be taking a little bit, like fistfuls, and put it right in your pocket. If you don't have a pocket, put it in your purse. You can eat your meal in peace and silence. You don't have to worry about them getting to know you, finding things out about you. You get to keep your guard up and eat all the food. You come back. Once you're done with your meal, you have to throw some compliments just out in the air. You say, wow, you look so gorgeous tonight. I don't think I've seen anybody this gorgeous or anything as gorgeous as you are. You are absolutely incredible. And you know what else is incredible? $10 million. Do you have it? Whether or not they're rich actually can really say something about a person. So it's really important that you ask that. The truth is, if they did have $10 million, they're probably not going to tell you. Why would you tell somebody that on a first date? So you start by asking them directly. Probably not going to answer truthfully. So you can do one of two things. You can be calm. You can ask them again, like politely, and just kind of be like, hey, I'm not going to tell anybody. I feel like I've really gotten to know you really well over the course of this past hour, and you just seem like a really cool person that I would love to get to know more. You can trust me. Another way is you use pure fear to get them to answer. You have to take your fist and you have to slam it on the table. You have to be like,
Tell me.
If that doesn't work, you're gonna boop, boop, boop. Take out that little tidbit of information that I told you to pack away earlier about what they love and what they hate. You have to be like, I know you told me before that you love your family most in the whole entire world. It would be a shame if anything happened to them. Use it against them. And if that doesn't work, then you gotta take the thing that they hate and you gotta use that against them too. And if you're doing this, guys, I gotta be honest, they're probably not gonna like it and it's not gonna be received too well. But that's okay. We are preparing for this, so you're gonna be ready for that moment. Let's say that they're getting a little freaked out and they're actually not gonna answer even though you've been coercing them with their own fears. That's when you take on the role of good cop. Everybody knows this technique, good cop, bad cop, whatever. So you have to play both good cop and bad cop. So you're gonna start by saying, look, everything is gonna be okay. We just need an honest line of communication between each other. You just gotta open up to me a little bit. I know you're scared, but I'm scared too. I don't want anything to happen to your family. I don't want you to be in the hospital. I know it's only been an hour, but like, you seem like a really cool person. Like, let's just keep this honest. That's all I'm asking. Put them at ease a little bit. And then once you're doing that, bring it back and be like, but if you're not honest, that's what we're gonna have to do. So at this point, the date could be going well, it could be going poorly, kind of depends on the person. Either way, just try and rate it in so you can ask your last few questions. Let's say that, they didn't answer the question about the $10 million.
Okay, that's fine, whatever.
Ask them questions about where they would have the $10 million if they had $10 million. You're gonna ask these questions right before you guys are supposed to leave. So they don't have a lot of time to think. It's all off the top. Like, that's what we're really aiming for. We don't want them to think too much about this.
Because we don't want them to lie.
You have to be like, look, like, you're running out of time. Your Uber's gonna be here soon. Who knows what's gonna happen to you tonight? Who knows if somebody's gonna follow you? Okay, you gotta answer these questions now. If you had $10 million, where would you stash it? They answer, they don't answer. Either way is fine. You wish them well, and you say goodnight to them. Date complete. You got to know more about them. They know nothing about you. Everything's good. I'm so excited for you guys to go on your dates. Please don't murder anybody, obviously, or hurt anybody. These are all just military interrogation tactics. Good date. This was a good talk. I'll see you guys next week with something more planned out, probably. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. Peace. Ew. Peace.
And I'm on the block, yeah. And I'm on the block, and I'm